Alright, check this out. 2-pack from the Walmart across town. USS Grissom, an O-berth class. We saw it in Star Trek 3, and then the Klingon bird of prey, which took it out. This is a science vessel, the Grissom is. I think the original, or I read that the pod on the bottom is designed to be like swapped out for different sensors and things like of that nature. 1/1000 scale, polar lights. I got a feeling it's not going to be as big as I imagine. There's our parts trees. Looks fairly simple. We do get some clear parts for the bird of prey, and you have two options for the bird of prey: in attack configuration, or I guess normal flight. Let's see, cruising mode or attack configuration. So that will depend on a few different parts you might go with. This is a snap together kit. I may use a little glue in it. I'm gonna go wash these parts up, let them dry, and then we'll come up with a game plan. Decal sheet, and these are small decals. We do get a few different options if you want to go with something different on the O-berth class. Pegasus, Vico, Cochrane, or O-berth, and then of course Grissom. Looks like we got some Klingon decals. Okay. You have to really clean up this little post here and some of the flashing off of the ends on this little guy. Okay, this little clear piece in. I've tried fitting this before and putting it on, it just doesn't work. So I'm probably going to have to modify it to get it to fit. I don't know. I'm supposed to be able to snap this into place first. And then somehow this slips in. But it doesn't actually. That breaks. Had it upside down. Okay, so I think I had it upside down. I don't know. Okay. Gaps in between there. I may putty those in too. This whole thing's going to get painted. It's clear now, but it's going to get painted. Alright. Don't stress. Make a mistake. It can be fixed. Okay, so you can choose between cruise mode or attack mode. I'm going to go cruise mode just because I just want to on this one. So it uses a little bit different parts, kind of locks in. Would have been cool if you could have alternated, but once it's done, it's done. You got to pick. So we're going to go cruising mode on this one. That's all I do. So, you can see this pretty much all it. They make this hoop here. We're going to be one color. So making something that's just smooth as it happens. We'll see. Go. Yeah, get a lot of these terms. Let's got to be in the part, so on the edge. K10A. Okay, K10B. Alright, there's actually, that's some flash that needs to come off. That piece I glued on. So, it's actually a big piece of flash that needs to come off. So we can't trim this off on this one. Because otherwise, once you get over here, it no gonna fit. Whichever way this one, actually this one's gonna be this side. See, it's in the way. Guys, the first time I like this. I think I got it. Down there. I need this. We don't have to go in. We don't do. Oh, yes. I like the way that looks. Yeah, that's cool. I actually like it in, I think it looks cool in the cruise mode. decals for the Grissom. This is insane. A lot of tiny little ones. Windows. Wow. Of course you can pick a different ship, but I think I'll go with Grissom. Let's go. Okay, that was a pain. Really tight pressure fit attaching the bottom hole to the top, but really didn't need any super glue that I had stuck in there. I wound up cleaning most of that out anyway, and wound up actually having to kind of sand little posts down a little bit, clean off some of the paint overspray I had on there, and then it was still super tight. Okay. All done, finally. These took longer than I thought. Polar Lights 1 in 1000 scale kit for about 19 bucks here. This is technically a snap kit. I did wind up gluing a lot of parts, and I was surprised at some of the intricate detail I was struggling with because these are small. So just kind of throw up the tape measure here. The Grissom is about 5 3/4 long, and the Bird of Prey is about 4 1/4 long, but it does have a wider wingspan. In this configuration, around 6 inches. The Grissom is about 2 1/4, maybe up to 2.5. I don't know from this angle. Overall, my thoughts: I made a lot of mistakes, and those were mine to make and learn from. Kind of getting back into modeling here. Things I did as a kid, don't, you know. I'm trying to learn and just enjoy this hobby here. My coloring on the Bird of Prey, too dark. I may go back later and try to shade in some yellow over it as I'm learning to use the what do you call it? This guy, the Airbrush. I just have a cheap one from Amazon, which it laid down this green real easy and was fun to do. I should try doing the yellow over top of it, because I think these birds of prey kind of have a yellowish, rusty look to them. But I'll just say mine's fresh out of the factory. Still needs to get yellowed up, I guess, and rusted up. The Oberth class. You get to choose from some different registries. I went ahead and plopped Grissom on there. This one was difficult. Surprisingly frustrating, difficult because of the decals. The decals, even the Klingon ones, didn't stick well. These decals are terrible, absolute horrible. This is a huge decal. I had a fight with this one for a while just to get it to lay down, not try curling up and stuff like that. I don't know. I did get some practice. First I'm using, I actually bought Microset and Microsol to use after I started struggling with these decals. So I did get practice with those, and that did help get these decals to start cooperating. But so I guess it did its job. It helped teach me some things. Some of the decals I just straight up couldn't use. I just kind of gave up. Like this one has little blue lines in it. It's actually supposed to go under there. I actually did attempt to hand paint, and then I had to cover it back up with white. I'm not that good yet with that type of very tiny detail work. Wasn't working out for me. But there's the underside. But those decals, it was similar to these. These I almost gave up on just to get them to fit in there. Microsol really helped. I had to do a couple layers of Microsol at the end to get that to set down. And these decals, all of them, even these, the ones on the bottom, they all were too big. Oop, that just broke. But like the little clear plasticky part was just too wide, and it would just overhang, so I had to trim a lot off with the X-Acto knife, like all along the edges, shave that off, which is okay, it's just not ideal. I have some silvering in some of these decals. The ones on the bottom are pretty bad. Luckily you don't see them as well. So they look alright from this angle to me. There were some decals that you're supposed to lay over if you're doing this kit. Be warned, it's going to be frustrating with decals. The instructions aren't that great, it's just the box. But you do have a set of decals that are supposed to wrap. I got decal pieces all over my finger. Supposed to wrap over these nacelles and go back. You want to put those on first, and then put these red stripes and the A and stuff like that. I didn't know you had to put down decal that one first and then put these on. I wasn't paying attention, so be aware of that. I did cut that decal and use part of it on the inside there, and it kind of gives you that bluish hue in there, and that's kind of what it was supposed to do underneath that as well. Oh, I just realized I'm missing a decal that was supposed to go across there. I don't even know where that's at. I may have tossed it. There's another red stripe. If I can find it, maybe I can put it on now. But dang, that's that. $19 approximately, I think, when I bought this at Walmart. So I guess it's one of those kits you can slap it together quick, or you can fight with it for a while like I did. And someone with a higher level of skill could even make these little ones look even better. But this is what I could do. Thanks for watching, hanging out. Boom. Boom. There it is. Let that decal dry. It's on.